शुक्लाम्बरधरं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः करारविन्देन पदारविन्दं मुखारविन्दे श्रितं वटस्य पत्रस्य पुटेशयानं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरन्तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्रीराम राम शरणं भव राम राम श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणं मनसा स्मरामि रामचन्द्रचरणं वचसा गृह्णामि श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणं शिरसा नमामि श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणं शरणं प्रपद्ये माता रामो मत्पिता रामचन्द्रः स्वामी रामो मत्सखा रामचन्द्रः सर्वस्वं मे रामचन्द्रो दयालुः नान्यं जाने नैव जाने न जाने दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यथा मे च जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम् जयत्यति बलो रामः लक्ष्मणस्य महाबलः राजा जयति सुग्रीवो राघवेणाभिपालितः बुद्धिर्बलमिषोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत् श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने. So Sayankalam, Bharatri, it's almost night. So I am Sri Rashmi and I will be continuing Ramayana from where Nilay left it today. Before that, this is my first time doing Upanyasa or anything that is related. So if I make any mistakes, please excuse me for that. I am also very less time to prepare, but I am very happy to be doing this. So, having invoked the blessings of God, let us begin. So, yesterday we saw that Jatayu Moksham was completed. So that happened somewhere. That happened in the region of Maharashtra. So Rama and Lakshmana performed the last rites of Jatayu because Jatayu tells Rama that Sita was being kidnapped and he tried to save her but couldn't. So Rama, as a nice friend, he performs the last rites of Jatayu and he gives him liberation and ultimate moksha because he has performed his duties correctly. So now what happens? Rama and Lakshmana continue to go into the depths of the forest because they have to find Sita. They still have no idea about the whereabouts of Sita. So both of them are very sad and both of them are quite desperate to find Sita. So they are wandering around in the dense forest. So this forest is described, it has various types of plants, various types of poisonous trees, plants, etc. But they are continuing to move in the forest. Now what happens here is, suddenly they hear a huge sound in that forest. It's called Vipula Shabda. So they hear a very huge sound. So what happens if you hear a huge sound in the forest? Obviously there is either some big animal that is waiting to devour you or some danger is lurking somewhere. So Rama and Lakshmana are like, let's find out what this danger is. They try to go in the direction where they hear the sound. So there, as expected, they find the danger sitting there. What is it? It is a demon-like creature. It is a demon-like form of a person. The name of this person is Kavandha, which will be revealed later. But they find a very gory form that is sitting in front of them and he is blocking the way that they have to go through. So he is described as Uchitam Mahagirimiva. So he looks like a huge mountain that is literally like a big obstacle in front of them. And his mouth and eyes are inside his stomach. So he is not he doesn't even have a face. He has a very gory form. And to add to it, he does not have proper feet, but his hands are 1 yojana long. 1 yojana is almost like 5 miles. So his lance is like very very long, and he's able to pick any animal or any plant that is there, just take it and put it into his mouth. So whatever he wishes, whatever is there, whether it's something that's harmless, whether it's harmful, he continues to do it. So it is said that Nishchetanam Vadaha Kutsitaha, which means killing something that's harmless, that's simply going about is wrong. Especially not because you're hungry, but because you're greedy. So what he's committing is actually a sin, but he's simply taking and devouring things. Now Rama and Lakshmana are coming his way. So obviously what he does, both of them are coming, he takes both of them by his hands, places him right here, and they are like, why have you come in my way? I'm very hungry, I'm going to eat you both. So he is holding both of them in his hands, and the picture, the imagination looks a little funny, but what is going on in Lakshmana and Rama's minds is both of them have become very desperate right now, because they have lost Sita, they have lost they're away from their kingdom, their father is no more, and Bharata is not with them, but they are also confronted this ill fate, because right now they are very much at the verge of dying in the hands of this gory form whom they don't even know who he is. So they are very sad, and Lakshmana starts telling Rama, I'm feeling very sad, I'm not able to bring my mind to stability, I'm feeling very sad. At that time Rama tells a verse, in that he says, whatever it is, whoever it is, be it someone who is very brave, who is very learned, who is even we are best among men, we are warriors, we have done our duties correctly, but whoever it is, when they go through time has the ability to change everything. So a person can have anything, a person can have everything at some point of time, but as time changes, they can be reduced to nothing. For like no, for nothing that they can foresee right now at the present. So he says, be it Balavantaha, be it Shuraha, be it Kritastraha, or be it Ranajilai. So he's talking about all people who are powerful, or people who are skilled in weaponry, or people who are warriors, whoever it is, they are subject to this. Kalabhipanna Sidanti Yatha Vakula Setavaha. Vakula Setavaha is this bridges built out of sand. So it's just like bridges built out of sand. It just like disfigures in no time, right? Small nudges necessary. So even those warriors have disfigured like that with time. So the important thing here is he's saying the uncertainty of life itself. So even in Gita Saram, what is said is whatever is yours today becomes someone else's tomorrow. Whatever is theirs becomes someone else's next day. So nothing is uncertain. So that is something that Rama realizes. So what this basically helps is not to tell that life is desperate and everything is uncertain. He is trying to tell Lakshmana and himself that this is normal and like times can change. But what they should do right now is to use their intellect and ensure that they get out of the situation and ensure that they're somehow able to escape from this demon. Then both of them strategize and plan. Lakshmana again comes back to his equanimous position, and Rama steadies himself again. And they decide, okay, as soon as this Kabandha takes his hands right near his mouth, we will use our swords and chop his arms off. Now, they are so powerful that even though Kabandha's hands are so big and it is 1 yojana long, and even if it is short, like even if it is very big and the Rakshasa is very big, their swords are enough to like chop his arms off. And they exactly execute the plan. As soon as Kabandha brings the hands closer to his mouth, they take the 2 arms and chop his shoulders off. They need to get near the shoulder, so they chop his shoulders off. So now, thankfully, Rama and Lakshmana are on the ground again. Kabandha's arms are chopped off. Now there is no danger right now. Now they look at Kabandha, and then Kabandha is now bewildered. These 2 warriors have come from nowhere, they chopped his arms off. So then they start a conversation. Kabandha asks, who are you, where are you coming from? So Lakshmana tells about Rama. Then Lakshmana asks Kabandha who you are. So then Kabandha tells his story. He is not a demon, he is actually a person from the family of Dhanus. So they are people who have done good deeds, but what happened was Kabandha was very proud about his Rupam. At some point he had a very very beautiful Rupam, but he was very proud of that Rupam that he insulted a sage, a rishi. And we always know, like in all these stories, if you are proud and you have something, pride cometh before a fall, rishi will curse you and then God will come and save you from the curse. So Kabandha has been waiting all these years for Rama to come and save him. Then Kabandha asks Rama to perform his final rites, and Rama performs his final rites. So here we see that even though like Rama is in a lot of distress, he ensures that he fulfills the needs of whoever visits him, his devotees or anybody who has been waiting for him. And then Kabandha tells him another important detail that helps Rama to continue his journey. He says, I will help you find Sita. So basically when Kabandha is being burnt, he regains his original form and he gains jnana of everything that has happened. So then he says, go to Sugriva. He says, from here, go to Sugriva. Sugriva can help you find Sita. Now there is a very elaborate description that Kabandha gives, telling Rama how to go from the place where he is to Sugriva. So he describes the mountains, he describes the places. He says you have to move from this region where you are to the Pampa forest. So he describes the entire place of Pampa forest and he directs Rama to Sugriva. So now Rama and Lakshmana have again set out to see Sugriva so that they are able to free Sita. Now during this part, there's another very important incident that happens, which we might all know about, which is Shabari motion. So Shabari is also one of the important devotees of Lord Sri Ram. So who Shabari was is, Shabari was basically a disciple of sage Matanga. But Shabari was lived in his ashram, and when the sage passed away, he allowed Shabari to take over the ashram. So Shabari was waiting for a very long time for Lord to come. So this was a particularly difficult job because you see Shabari was getting old and the only thing that she had was an assurance from her Acharya saying, God will come and liberate you, wait until then, perform your duties. Now it is very difficult for us to keep faith even in small things that we see today. Even if, like, let's say we have an exam, a series of exams, one exam messes up, it is very difficult for us to keep faith that the next exam is going to be good. But Shabari was not like that. Shabari had a lot of faith in her Acharya. Now that was one very defining quality of Shabari. She was very devoted to her Acharya. She believed firmly that whatever her Acharya said would come true. So she waited very faithfully for Rama to come. And when Rama and Lakshmana walked towards them, they walked through Shabari's ashram. And when she saw Rama and Lakshmana, she immediately fell at their feet. And Rama and Lakshmana talked to Shabari and she offers them fruits. Now another important part is, we know this famous incident of Shabari offering half-bitten fruits to Rama, which is very popular. However, this is not something that is described in Valmiki Ramayana. It is not explicitly said. It is just said that Shabari offers fruits to Rama. But in some other interpretations, like in Ramcharitra Manas, etc., this Shabari offering bitten fruits to Rama is being described. So the essence is that Rama accepts pure devotion. It does not matter if you are if you come from if you are from a low birth, or if there are any other impediments on your way. What he wants is just pure devotion. So through pure devotion, Shabari pleases Rama. So Rama blesses her with salvation, and he tells her that you will reach wherever your Acharya is reached. So Shabari, even then, her important goal, she does not ask Rama directly, I want salvation. She says, my Acharya will be happy, I want to reach where my Acharya is reached. So Rama blesses her, you will reach wherever your Acharyas and your Gurus have reached, you will get salvation. So in the other commentaries and the other texts written about Ramayana, especially Ramcharitra Manas or the Tulasidas version, the Navavidha Bhakti is also described. So it is not explicitly described in Valmiki Ramayana, but since Shabari is like an epitome of Bhakti, it is worth discussing what Navavidha Bhaktis are. So Navavidha Bhakti is basically 9 types of Bhakti we can have, and this is what encompasses Bhakti as a whole. So what are the 9 types of Bhakti? One is Shravanam. Shravanam is listening to the names of God, listening to stories that we are doing now, listening to anything related to God. Next is Kirtanam. Kirtanam is singing, chanting, talking about it. Next is Vishnu Smaranam. Vishnu Smaranam is remembering Lord Vishnu. So remembering in the sense, we have to remember whenever we do our daily activities. And it does not necessarily mean consciously remembering Vishnu itself. It also means like praying every day, performing your duties properly, and keeping God in mind whenever you take a decision or whenever you are like performing important duties. It is important to ensure that you keep God in mind. You should not forget or deviate from the path of Dharma. The next is Pada Sevanam, of course, service in the name of Lord. Next is Archanam, and then Vandanam. Archanam and Vandanam are 2 types of prayers itself. So Archanam is more about like ritualistic practices and like doing the rituals, and Vandanam is prayer. Dasyam. Dasyam is again like having friends or like having friendship with God, and Sakhyam as well. Sakhyam is again friendship that you establish with God himself. So you can say like you know regarding God as your friend is like one another way of bhakti, because if you Arjuna and Krishna, if you look at the bhakti, it was Sakya Bhava. For Arjuna it was Sakya Bhava. That was something that Krishna was very pleased with. And Atma Nivedana is a complete surrender again, giving yourself to God. So these are the 9 types of bhakti, and this is also described in Bhagavata Purana by Prahalada to Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu asked, what did you learn in your Gurukul? Prahalada says, this is the Navavidha bhakti I learned, and I am going to only worship Vishnu. So this has been described in Bhagavata Purana as well. So now we see that with this, Aranyakanda of Ramayana ends. So this was the Kanda where all the important incidents happen. It is said that Aranyakanda is what sets the wheel rolling for Ramayana, because you see the abduction of Sita and Ravana becoming an enemy of Rama. All those events take place, which set the stage for further events to take place. So Aranyakanda, which has all these important events, has come to an end. So next we move on to the 4th Kanda. Exactly, 4th Kanda of Ramayana. It is called Kishkindha Kanda. So we know Kishkindha is basically Kishkindha Kanda is this empire, this holy empire of monkeys that we are talking about. So it's entirely about Sugriva, the clan of monkeys, and very importantly another very important character that we all know about who will be introduced in Kishkindha Kanda. So the first thing is, so Rama and Lakshmana have now reached near the Pampa river, and now Sugriva spots Rama and Lakshmana from far away, and he has seen that Rama and Lakshmana are coming. So he has his other monkey friends and his other loyal people with him. But now Sugriva is in a state of confusion and a great state of danger, because he is in enmity with his elder brother Vali. So we'll come to what the story exactly was. Long story short, like Sugriva was a very righteous, pious man, but Vali somehow misunderstands Sugriva and he takes away his wife. Basically, Vali takes away his younger brother's wife, which is regarded a crime. So Sugriva is banished from the kingdom. So he's just living with his loyal 4 ministers or the other 4 monkeys, including Hanuman, Nala, Nila, and Jambavan. So those are the 4 people who have always been loyal to Sugriva, and they will continue to come in Ramayana. Like Jambavan, we know Jambavan later comes in to like help Hanuman a lot, and he's like one of the central characters in Ramayana. And we have like the other people as well. So when he sees Rama and Lakshmana coming, the first thing that comes to him is doubt. He thinks, oh, could Vali have sent Rama and Lakshmana to kill me? So though it looks like very not apt to see Rama and Lakshmana were very pious figures, God to think like that, the situation that Sugriva was in demanded such a thought, because he is banished from the kingdom and his everyone is against him, and Vali has made several attempts to kill him. So they say that it is Raja Dharma to actually be suspicious of anyone whenever you are having any sort of, whenever there is peril or danger in the place. So it is your duty to protect your subjects. So you have to be suspicious. You have to see that there is no danger that is there where you are living. So it's important to suspect if there's any harm that's going to go. So then Sugriva, out of a lot of lot of anxiety, he calls Hanuman. So this is the first time Hanuman is being mentioned in Ramayana. This is the first time Hanuman is making an entry into Ramayana. And the very first time he is being mentioned as Vakyo Vidaha Hanuman. He is someone who is very well versed in speech. That is the first instance of how he is being described. Why is this though? Because Hanuman is someone who has like very eloquent speech, and eloquent speech does not only mean like speaking nicely, speaking with the flow, or speaking without pauses. It also means knowing to speak what is supposed to be spoken at what time, at what pace you have to speak, at what tone you have to speak, at what volume, etc. So everything that encompasses speech is what Hanuman had. And that is why whenever we pray to Hanuman, this shloka that we just said, we say Buddhir Balam Yashodhairyam Nirbhayatum Arvagata Ajadyam Vak Patutvam Cha Hanumat Smaranat Bhavet. Vak Patutvam is something we uniquely ask to Hanuman, because Vak Patutvam means again having proper speech, that is being excellent in speech is Vak Patutvam. So it is something that you pray to Hanuman for. So And also, does anyone know what is the literal meaning of the word Hanuman? Okay, so Hanu means we usually think like Balavan, Gunavan. There are different words, but Hanuman is different. It is not with the what. It is not that not that pratyaya. It is Hanu means chin, and Man means it means disfigured. It's a suffix. It means it's disfigured or damaged. So Hanuman literally means one who has a disfigured chin or a damaged chin. So one, it could literally mean that Hanuman, when he was a baby, so Hanuman was the son of Vayu Deva. So Hanuman was born extremely powerful, and when he was a child, he was very playful, like every other child, very adorable, nice child, who is very powerful, very nice. So, but what this child does is he was just playing. So, but because of his enormous power, he is flying in the sky and he sees the sun and he thinks it's a nice ball. So he goes and devours the sun and he eats the sun. Now this causes a lot of anger, and Indra, Surya, all of them who see, they get very angry because day and night has been disrupted. So they just strike Hanuman down to the ground, and but again that's just a child. So when he was struck down to the ground, Hanuman lost consciousness, and he did not get up again. So now Lord Vayu came and he was very angered by this, and he loved his son a lot of his. He was very angered, and what he did was he stopped the wind everywhere. Now this wreaked havoc around for entire earth. So then everyone goes and pleads to Vayu Deva as usual. Then Vayu resumes the wind, but he says that my unconscious Hanuman should wake up. Then all the gods come and they bless Hanuman with everything. They bless him with so many different boons, because of which he's able to cross the ocean and he's able to reach Sita. So it is not something any normal person could achieve, but Hanuman was able to do it because he was conferred with so many boons. So he was said he can cut through wind, nothing can destroy him. He can cut through mountains. There were so many different boons that were given to him. But one curse remained because of this act. It was said that whatever boon he had, he would forget it. Like he would not remember that, he would not be conscious of him having the boon. So this particular curse, because of that, Hanuman was great, like he had everything, but for a certain period of his time, he did not realize that he had it. So it was only after meeting Rama, only after like making the journey to Lanka during some part of Ramayana, that Rama helps him realize his true potential and he becomes conscious of it again. So that is why it is also said that in one part of Ramayana, when Rama attains that victory over after going to Lanka and coming back, that is also considered on Hanuman Jayanti in some parts of India. So one Hanuman Jayanti is celebrated when Hanuman is born, the other is celebrated when he attains victory in Lanka, because it is a time when he realized his true potential, when his true potential came out, and that Rama makes possible because Hanuman was a true devotee. So that is one interpretation. The second interpretation quickly is that Hanuman also means chin is a symbol of pride, and Ma means disfigured. So it means that Hanuman is someone who has so great qualities, who has so many qualities, yet he is someone who is very humble. He is not arrogant at all. You see that even now if you go to temples everywhere, you usually see Hanuman with folded palms. He is always praying to Rama. So he is a very, very humble person. So it is a great reminder that his name itself is that he is supposed to be humble. Because practically if you see, how humility gives you two important benefits. One is your stress levels reduce if you are humble. You don't keep worrying about what will others think, what will happen. Your stress levels reduce. Two, you become more pleasant to people. If you are humble, you always speak nicely to people. You don't have a problem in like, if you have a conversation and you go tell people, I am the best, I did this, no one's gonna like it. So if you are humble, relationships will be good. So anyway, so Hanuman is someone who is humble. That is also one interpretation. Okay, so coming back to the story, so Sugriva sends, so Hanuman starts talking to Sugriva, and the first words he gives itself are words of wisdom. He comes on Sugriva and tells, they might not be people who are sent by Vali. Do not worry, Vali is not around. Then Sugriva asks Hanuman to go and check what Rama and Lakshmana have come for, and to go speak to them and find out. So now what Hanuman does is, he takes the form of a beggar, a form of a beggar. So he takes Bhikshu Rupa. Because he thinks that when he goes in his monkey form and talks to Rama and Lakshmana, they might not speak to him. It does not look nice. That's the first thing. And second thing is, according to Raja Dharma, it is said that you are not supposed to reveal your true identity when you are speaking to strangers because they might have malicious intents. So it is acceptable for you to hide your identity and go and speak to them and get to know their intent so as to protect your own kingdom. So Hanuman goes to Rama disguised as he's basically an ascetic now. He's described as an ascetic who is begging alms. But it is said that he did it with Shatha Buddhitaya, which means he did it with some slight sort of malicious intent because it's not absolutely pure, even if it is validated by Raja Dharma. It's not absolutely pure to like go and disguise your form in front of Rama. But that is how Hanuman goes in because he thinks that is right at that point. But let's see what happens after that. So now Hanuman goes and starts speaking to Rama. The first thing he tells Rama is that, oh Rama and Lakshmana, you are both of you are so fair in complexion. You look like bull among men. You are looking so good and you look so valiant. But what are you come to do in this forest? You also look very exhausted. So first he starts praising Rama and Lakshmana. So Rama and Lakshmana hear his words for some time and Rama is very impressed. So after hearing Hanuman inquire Rama and Lakshmana and ask them where they are from and like praise them, Rama starts praising Hanuman a lot and he tells these to Lakshmana. Now why is this very important? Because Rama is instantly able to recognize that Hanuman is no ordinary monkey. He is someone who has mastered so many things. What all has he mastered? First he tells Hanuman that he is speaking with such very sweet words. He says Madhuraihi Vakyehi. He is speaking in such sweet words that it is so unusual someone to speak in such sweet words. And he says Nanak Veda Vinitasya Na Yajurvedharinaha. So he says that he is someone who would have read Rig Veda, Yajurveda and also Samaveda. Why he says this is because you see now it is also revealed that Rama, Lakshmana and everyone have read everything. It's not like Kshatriyas, they are doing only warfare training and they are learning only archery or other fighting. They have learned Vedas, they have learned music, they have learned every other Shastra, Jnana Shastra, everything they have learned. So now Rama is able to identify that every swara that Hanuman spoke is very clear. So that means he has read the Rig Veda and he has not mixed up sentences. No, Yajurveda is what helps you like clearly convey ideas, like not mixing up sentences. So Rama identified that Hanuman didn't do that also. So he says that he read the Yajurveda and Hanuman is able to speak with melody. He is able to distinguish between those. So that is the characteristic of Samaveda. So he says he's read the Samaveda also. And apart from that, Rama also goes on to say he knows Vyakaranam, he knows grammar also. Because by the way he pronounces things and by the way he speaks, he understands that he knows Vyakaranam as well. And also one more important thing that is stressed here is how you make your facial expressions. So they say whenever you go and talk to a stranger or whenever you talk to someone, your facial expression should not be weird. You should not make too many facial expressions that suggest something else. You should make appropriate facial expressions when you speak appropriate things. Now, his facial expressions were perfect. There was no fault in his face, eyes or eyebrows. And Rama goes on to give so many other compliments about Hanuman. He says, it's avistiram, it's not too elaborate. So now we are speaking, like even when I am giving this, you start getting too elaborate about things, or sometimes that's why we don't like talks also. They start getting too elaborate, getting a little boring. But Hanuman is not like that. He has conveyed everything to the point. And he is asandigdham. There is no ambiguity. Whatever he is saying is crystal clear. Avilambhitam. He is not dragging. Dragging is especially something that is very annoying. These days if you go to birthday parties, what they do is they don't sing happy birthday song normally. They drag it on. They sing happy birthday to you. So people just leap off. Yeah. That's the first thing that came to my mind. They said not dragging. But yeah, it's avilambhitam and adridam. It's not very fast. It is urastham, that is, it's raised to the chest. Kantagam, it is something that comes from your throat. So whatever you are speaking comes from your throat, from a hollow part of your throat. And it is also madhyama sware, which means that he is speaking in madhyama kala. Madhyama kala is, you say sarigama. That's madhyama kala. So he speaks in that pitch and he continues to speak in that pitch. So that is something that's difficult to maintain. So there are also like other variations of like Madhyama Kala that he speaks in, but like this he maintains a very particular speech that's very difficult to maintain. So Rama identifies this instantly, and the last thing that he says about Hanuman is very important. He says whatever he speaks is Hridaya Harinam, which means it captivates our heart. So Rama says if he is speaking in such a way, even an enemy who is holding a sword will adore his words and they will not come and fight to him. You see, it is a very, very useful quality to have, because if you can speak to people in that way these days, then your work becomes very easy, but it is very difficult to have that quality. And that is how Hanuman speaks. So it is also conveyed that Hanuman now is a great messenger. So Hanuman has the qualities of a great messenger. One of the important qualities of a great messenger is that you should speak in a pleasing way to a stranger, and also you should accomplish the task that is given to you and accomplish even what is not asked for. Accomplish what is asked for as well as what is not asked for. For example, a situation might demand like you to do different things, but you should be ready to do that, and you should be able to do things that finish the task that you have been assigned to. So those are the qualities of the messenger, and Hanuman seems to have perfectly that. You see that Hanuman was sent as a messenger even in other parts of Ramayana, like he was sent to see Sita in the later part of Ramayana, and he proves to be a perfect messenger all the time. So now, after Rama tells all this to Lakshmana again after he replies back to Hanuman, he tells, yes, we have come to see Sugriva, we have suffered this misfortune, and hence we want to be friends with Sugriva. Now Hanuman is very happy, he takes them to Sugriva. Now how he takes Rama and Lakshmana to Sugriva is that he keeps Rama and Lakshmana on his shoulders, on his back, and he takes Rama and Lakshmana to Sugriva. So if you have ever seen this picture of Hanuman holding Rama and Lakshmana on his shoulders or on his back, it is probably this incident. It is that he was taken from the place that they were walking in to the place that Sugriva was in, to that hill that Sugriva was in. He was in one abandoned hill which Vali could not enter. So now this Rama and Lakshmana have been taken to the place where Sugriva is in. That is a hill near Kishkinda where Vali cannot enter. So now Sugriva and Rama's friendship begins. This is a very important friendship, and the friendship is very true, because what they do is as soon as they go, Sugriva and Rama start talking. Now the reason Kabantha redirected Rama to Sugriva is also something that's profound, because understand that right now we know that Sugriva is someone who does not have the kingdom, and Sugriva is someone who does not have power right now. He himself is in a very devastated state, and he also has separated from his wife, and he is also suffering that pain. So now, what do you think is ideal for Rama to do? If you want to win over Ravana, the thing that Kabantha could have told Rama is to go and approach Vali. Vali later even tells Rama, why did you go and approach Sugriva? If you had approached me, I would have helped you kill Ravana. But Kabantha particularly tells Rama to go and visit Sugriva, and Rama also chooses to visit Sugriva because Sugriva is the one who is righteous. And Kabantha, after suffering so many years because of his sin, understands that if you go on the path of non-righteousness, even if you are powerful now, there will be fall at some time, and that won't lead to victory. So he directs him to Sugriva. And Rama also understands that befriending a righteous friend is far more beneficial than befriending someone who is powerful. So Rama goes and befriends Sugriva. And the friendship that they have is great and also a little serious, because the way they make friendship is not like just they go shake hands like how we do, say hi, bye, do WhatsApp text, not like that. They go, there is a fire that's burning, and both of them make a promise in front of the fire, go around the fire and say, we both will be friends, be it pleasure, sorrow, we will take care of it together. So that's the sort of commitment we have. Of course, in this life we cannot do all those, we cannot have all this commitment. But integrity in friendship is something that's very important in this life, because it is seen that because Rama and Sugriva had that integrity in friendship, they were able to achieve whatever they wanted to do, and even when there were misunderstandings in the middle, they were able to resolve them. And they were able to tread on the path of dharma, and they were able to lead happy lives at the end. So it is important to have commitment, and there are various parts of friendship also described here. It is said that in Padma Purana, it is said that when you share your difficulty or your trouble with a friend, you instantly feel that the burden is reduced. That is one quality of a friend. So if you share it with a friend, it means that you feel like the weight is off. So it may not even be like a very close friend. Like even someone who is willing to listen to you with an open heart, who is willing to help, is indeed a friend at that time. So one important friend like this that we see in Mahabharata as well is Krishna and Draupadi. So in Vanaparva, Draupadi willingly goes and tells Krishna, "I will tell you my grief." So it is because Draupadi feels solace after telling Krishna. Krishna did not intervene in many parts. In the sense, it was when Draupadi needed him the most during the incident in the palace. During that incident, that when nobody was there to help, Krishna ensured he helped. That was the biggest help he did to Draupadi. But otherwise, Draupadi had a lot of suffering in his life. Krishna could not go and or he did not have to go and ward off all the suffering. Did not give them palace and riches to enjoy. But Krishna was always a true friend. Whenever she had a difficulty, whenever she had something that was above her, something that she could not really tolerate, be it the loss of her sons, be it this incident in the palace or anything, Krishna was there to support her. And when she said something, it was Krishna he listened intently, and he was something who really felt sorry for his devotees. So even if you say God is someone who does not suffer any material difficulties, he is sinless. So whatever papam that we do, whatever karma that we get, he does not get it. So he's not suffering any of it. However, he is still compassionate for the suffering that we go through. If we pray to God, or if the devotee is undergoing suffering, it is said that he still feels the pain. He still feels the suffering. So that is one quality of God, being compassionate and more importantly being empathetic. So if you think of in Bhagavad Gita or even in some part of Purana, it is said that if you think of someone else's difficulty as your own, and if you are able to realize it, internalize it, then it means that you have reached one important part of yoga, you have reached one important part of Brahman. So that is about friendship. So both of them make this very important, serious friendship, and the story goes on. So now another important juncture comes where Rama then asks Sugriva, "Okay, what do you know about Sita? Can you tell me? I have to go and find her." Then Sugriva tells, "Yes, I saw Ravana kidnapping Sita, and he was flying across. He doesn't know the name of Ravana as such, but he says that she was being kidnapped and she was flying across. And I was sitting on this mountain. She dropped jewels from that Vimana that she was flying, and I have those jewels." So then Rama is very eager. He says, "Show me the jewels." He also says that she was wailing Rama Lakshmana as she was flying. So now Rama sees those jewels and he becomes very he is almost to tears, and he starts shedding tears, because again Rama's lamenting for Sita is shown. This was discussed previously as well, as soon as Rama separated from Sita. So it shows the very intense love that Rama has for Sita, and the pure love that Rama has for Sita, because he continues to lament, and his only thought right now is that he's supposed to free Sita for very pure intentions. So then after crying, he again consoles himself, and the next thing that he does is Lakshmana is the one who is closest to Rama. So what he does is instantly he shows, "See Lakshmana, these are Sita's jewels. She has left these jewels, and see, they are fresh, they should have been dropped from here only." He makes some inferences and he shows the jewels to Lakshmana. Now what would any normal person do? He would be able to recognize the jewels. He would say, yes, these are the jewels. But what Lakshmana says is, it's a stunning reply. He says, "Brother, I do not recognize her armlets or her earrings. What she is wearing on her arm or her earrings, I do not recognize any of this. I recognize only her anklets, because I worship her feet every day." Now this is a very profound statement, because it is very clear that Lakshmana was so devoted to Rama and Sita that he viewed Sita only as a mother, and he did not even dare look up. He was very righteous in that respect. He always followed dharma, and he looked up to Rama and Sita with such reverence. So that describes the character of Lakshmana, as opposed to the other people we are seeing, as opposed to Ravana or as opposed to Bali. Lakshmana is very pious, and hence he is the one who is supposed to be with Rama. He has that quality of Rama where he is where he does not look up to others. Eka Padni Vrata. So next what happens is Rama gets angry after hearing that his wife has been kidnapped, and again he gets a lot of rage. And then Sugriva tells him obediently, I do not know who it is. So we will find out who it is, and he pacifies Rama. So it is said that when a righteous person, especially Rama, is described as someone, if he gets angry, then all the three worlds tremble. So when Sita's kidnapping is being described, he gets so angry that everyone starts trembling. So when a righteous person gets angry, it's something that makes everyone scared. So then there is obviously a period of grief that prevails, and everyone is very sad that Sita is away. But again, there is a very important part of philosophy that's given here. They say, ye shokam anuvartante na tesham vidyate sukham. So they say, if you allow shoka to dwell, then you will never be able to experience sukham. There are even other shubhashitani on this. They say, shoka nashyate dhairyam, shoka nashyate shrutam, shoka nashyate sarvam, nasti shoka samaripu. So they say, shoka is something that can steal everything away. Now the important thing is, there are so many incidences happening in our life. We see even Rama has encountered difficult times in his life. It is natural to feel sorrowful or unhappy for some time. But it is up to us if we allow that feeling to dwell. Because as humans, we have a natural tendency to always dwell on something that is bad. If there's anything good that happens, human mind has a tendency to keep it aside and keep thinking of something that's bad. So even now, if you have to, let's say, this exercise of like recounting incidences in our life, recounting what happened a few years in our life, probably the first thing that will come to our mind is something bad. Or definitely the second thing will be something bad. Or the greater number of proportion of things you think of will be bad things. Because you spend so much time dwelling on this. So this dwelling is something that only we can come out of. If we continue to do this dwelling, it's that you cannot attain Sukham. So Sugriva tells Rama that if you continue to be in the state of shoka, then it is difficult to come out of it. So we have to consciously bring ourselves out of this state of shoka. So then all of them are they come back to their steady positions, and then Sugriva starts narrating his story as to why him and Vali had enmity. He basically tells of the misunderstanding that happened between him and Vali, and that he has been banished from the kingdom, and that has been done unrighteously. It is not something that was lawful. Now, a Kshatriya's duty is always to help the vulnerable, to help those who do not have any shelter, or to help those who come to him. Not just Kshatriya, any of us. If we see someone who is like powerless, it is a sin to like overpower them. It is always important to help them. Now Sugriva is also seeking help to Rama, saying that you have to help me defeat Vali. So then it is Rama takes a lot of ownership. He says, I will defeat Vali. So Rama gives assurance to Sugriva that he will defeat Vali. So then they come to this mutual conclusion, and they tell each other that they are going to help each other out. And Rama also shows Sugriva his strength. So Sugriva asks, Vali is this powerful, will you be able to defeat him? He says, Sugriva is able to knock off these 7 Sala trees, will you be able to do it? So then what Rama does is, what Vali is able to do in like 2, 3, some 7 iterations, Rama does it in one shot. Then Sugriva is very happy. You are the right person to kill Vali, you will definitely kill Vali. So they go to kill Vali, and the first thing that happened is, between Vali and Sugriva there is a fight. The first time they go, what happens is, Vali and Sugriva are so identical that Rama is not able to distinguish whom to point the arrow to when they are doing the first duel. So Rama just stands there, and when Sugriva is unable to fight and he has become very weak, he just runs away. And he comes back to Rama and he says, you said you will fight for me. What happened? You did not shoot an arrow. I am almost about to die. Then Rama tells, no, I was not able to distinguish between you and Vali. So I was not able to shoot the arrow. Remember, if I had done anything out of ignorance and if I had shot the arrow at you, then it would have become very devastating. And you are someone who has sought shelter in me. So if I ever end up killing you, it's one of the biggest sins. So then Sugriva understands. And he says, okay, this is what happens. And then they put a garland around him. It's called Gaja Pushpi. So they put this huge garland that's made of Gaja Pushpi and he put it around Sugriva. That's their identification mark. Now the thing here is, there is the same misunderstanding between Vali and Sugriva about the kingdom, and Vali misunderstands Sugriva. But because Vali did not have right intents, or because Vali was not pure enough, the misunderstanding was not resolved. They did not get together again. But as soon as Rama conveyed his reason that this is why it happened and I did not need to do anything, I'm always there to support you, Sugriva and Rama becomes friends again. So they do not take the misunderstanding into consideration. So then they go to fight Vali again. This is the final fight. Now Sugriva roars in front of Vali's palace and he says, Vali, come out, I want to fight with you. Now this time we have Tara. Tara is Vali's wife now, and she is one of the 6 Pativratas. So she is someone who is very devoted to her husband. So she is described as someone who is mantrivat, which means that she knows the mantras and she will also be able to give right advice at the right time. So she tells Vali, see Vali, do not go at this time, it does not look good. Sugriva is coming back after being wounded so confidently. So it means he has got some help and something is going to happen to you. Do not go now, we will fight him tomorrow morning. But as always, the villains of our story do not listen to their wives. So Vali continues to go, he ignores that fight, he says he has insulted me and I will go fight him. So Vali goes over to start the duel between him and Sugriva. So now the duel begins. They have been fighting only for some time. Rama waits until Sugriva's strength is about to die. Now it's very easy for him. As soon as he sees that Sugriva is getting slightly weak, Rama takes his arrow, shoots Vali, and in one arrow, Vali just is shot to the ground. So Vali is described as someone who is very powerful as well. He is someone who can go as fast as the wind. He's someone who is like really powerful. He is described as someone who has a lot more power than Sugriva. But he has been shot down by one arrow by Rama, and now everyone is very shocked. So then what happens is Vali has been shot to the ground. But then Rama, being very compassionate, Rama and Lakshmana, they walk towards Vali. So what will you instinctively do? It's an enemy, you have killed the enemy. Now you just want to go back, you want to go and tell Sugriva enemy is killed and want to be happy, right? But Rama is someone who is compassionate. He remembers that he is God and he is for everyone. Whoever it is, who is sinful, who is not sinful, he is for everyone. So he has to go and speak to Vali, and he goes to actually bless Vali, to tell him, to speak to him before he dies. So now begins the important part, which is Vali Vadam. So Vali poses questions to Rama. So now Vali is very baffled, because he had a fight with Sugriva that was going on for so many years. Suddenly Sugriva challenges him for a duel. He is fighting the duel. Someone shoots an arrow from the back and he dies. So Rama was someone he never saw. Rama was someone he never knew. So he is very confused as to why Rama came to kill him and why this entire incident took place. So then he poses 6 questions to Rama, which can be condensed. It goes over some 30 shlokas. What he asks can be condensed into 6 questions. Those 6 questions are, why have you killed me? So actually Vali is in a rage. He insults Rama in the process of asking the questions. He says, you are someone who is born in the lineage of Dasharatha, who has always followed dharma. Now how can you deviate from dharma? Why does he say he has deviated from dharma? He says, 1, we have no direct fight. We have no fight over land. I haven't harmed your city, or we do not have a fight over any of our city's affairs. Then why do you have to come behind me? Why do we have to directly engage in, why do you have to kill me? So even now, if we see that the fights that go on between nations or anything is because they have internal affairs. If there's a third party who is involved, even except if they are a close alliance, it looks very odd. So, and secondly, he says that we have not met before at all. I don't even know who you are. Vali learns fully who Rama is after he's been shot by Rama. The third thing he says is, see, you are humans. You are a human, and you belong to this class of humans, and you have different laws to follow. You guys have like different kinds of systems itself laid, but we are monkeys. How can you come and shoot me down or punish me for something I did because of your friendship with Sugriva? He says we are monkeys and you are a human, so your laws will not apply to us. That's what he means. Fourthly, he says, you just hunted me down. He uses an arrow and he hunts him down like an animal. So he says, you've just hunted me down. If you have hunted me down, it can be usually we are hunted for flesh, for eating the flesh. Or animals are hunted for the products you get from them. For example, you get tiger skin that you can have from these animals, or for elephants you get ivory from elephants. So you get some sort of material thing from the animals that you fight, but you cannot get any material benefits from me. Your Raghavan and Ashley will not eat our monkeys or our skin, or you will not take any of these things. Then why did you fight me? The fifth thing he asked was, what was the sin I committed? He is unaware of that. He asked, why did you kill me? What was the sin I committed? Or he did not consciously realize that this was one big sin that demanded death as a punishment. And sixth, he asked me, obviously the most important questions you all have, why did you shoot me with an arrow, that too when I could not see you? Now, Vali has been so harsh to Rama. He has been so insulting to Rama. He's asked these questions, and he asked them in a very insulting tone, saying, do you even think you belong to this dynasty? Do you think you should call yourself Dharmavan and things like that? But Rama understands that he is someone who is dying and he is in pain. And Rama does not get instigated. Not as he walk away. He could have walked away. He could have said, I am not ready to answer you. He is a dying man and has committed sin. Why should Rama stand and answer? But Rama is someone who wants to establish dharma. He wants to say that what he has done is correct and inform Vali that whatever has occurred to him is something that has happened according to dharma. And he is also compassionate. Vali later tells him that forgive me, it is out of great pain, out of the arrow that you shot at me that I spoke such words, please forgive me. So Rama was compassionate enough to forgive it, and Rama also answers very elaborately. It is not like Rama just gives a few words as like God's usual things that we say where they speak in 2 words and go away. Rama gives an elaborate answer. He also gives 6 answers to the 6 questions he asked, if you condense them into those 6 answers. So the first thing is, Vali already expresses remorse that he did not listen to Tara. He says, I should have listened to her. This ill fate has come upon me. So, and he also tells Rama this. He tells, if you had asked me, I would have saved Sita for you. Why did you even go to Sugriva? If you said you killed me because of friendship, I would have helped you accomplish your task. Why did you go to Sugriva? So then Rama starts answering the questions. The first thing that Rama says is, hey, you are insulting me like this. Did you consult any elders or teachers before you started hurling words at me? So he tells that you are obviously speaking out of ignorance. You have not sought any sort of validation from any elders or guru. Whatever you are saying is false. So laying that premise, first thing that Rama says is, see, to the question that Vali asks, we are not engaged in any affair. We do not have any direct dispute. What is the answer to that? Rama says, this whole kingdom, this whole forest, this whole land, all these birds, everything comes under the Ikshvaku kings, which means it comes under Bharata. So it is under Bharata's orders that all of us are trying to establish dharma, and Bharata wants dharma to be established, and hence it is already established dharma. It does not happen where it happens. It can happen in Ayodhya or over all these lands. If we are Ikshvaku kings, we can go and establish dharma. So that is our duty. It is in our land that something unjust, that adharma has happened, and hence I can go counter it. He says that he has to uphold dharma. And here there's another question as to, did Bharata order Rama? So the first thing is, Rama has a lot of humility. He does not have any sort of worry that Bharata has become the king. He does not wait to praise Bharata. In those slokas, he praises Bharata a lot. He says, Bharata is the king, and according to his orders we are functioning. So it does not really mean that Bharata is the one who is ordering Rama. Rama is humble enough to say that Bharata is the one who is governing us. But it is also that Rama acted according to his wish. and Bharata endorsed it. So that is what he means when he says that we are acting according to Bharata. So whatever Rama does, Bharata is able to endorse it. So he says that he establishes that this affair is related to me. The second thing that he says is, you don't even know me, then how did you come and kill me? Rama says, I don't need to know you. You are someone who did adharma. For example, the commentary is the example of a king and a prisoner is given. So there is a king who sees that some prisoner or some wrongdoer has done something wrong. It's the first time he sees his face. Yet it is righteous for him to behead that prisoner if he knows he has done wrong. You don't need to know the prisoner beforehand to kill him. So Rama is now speaking from the authority of a king. He is speaking from a protector. He is not. God is speaking as a duel, as a one-on-one, as with two people fighting. But Rama says, I am the protector. I am the king. So it is my duty to perform this. Thirdly, he says monkeys have their own laws. Why are you doing this? Rama says, yes, you did not abide by the laws that monkeys have. Even within monkeys, you abducted your own younger brother's wife, which is considered, she's supposed to be like your daughter-in-law, you abducted her, which is considered wrong. And because you did not abide by those laws, I am still an Ishwaku king and I can still kill you because you are not abided by dharma which is in this land. And fourthly, he asks, what did you kill me for? You should have hunted me for flesh for this. Rama says plainly, it is for none of these. I killed you only to give you punishment so as to establish dharma. So it is said. So it is established that even in Nama Ramayana we say dharma sthapana tatpara ram. So he is someone who is always eager to establish dharma. So he says, I did it purely for dharma. Fifthly, he asks, what is the sin I committed? Rama says, according to Smriti, it is said, if you abduct your younger brother's wife, it is a sin, and hence that is the sin you have committed. Moreover, when Sugriva came and surrendered to you, and he asked for refuge, you did not respond to him in that way, you pushed him away, which is also another sin. So, whatever you committed is sin. Finally, he asks, why did you shoot me when I was not looking with an arrow? Rama gives two answers. The first thing he says, see, you are a sinner. I already identified that you committed sin before I came here. So now it does not matter how I kill you. I have the authority to kill you. I am not engaging in a duel with you or trying to prove who is more mighty. It's my duty to kill you. So I can shoot you down with an arrow. It does not matter whether you are vigorous, whether you are alert, or whether you are doing something else. You can be killed, and hence I can kill you in any way. We are not engaging in a duel to show power, or we are not two kings trying to exchange power. I am someone who has seen that you have committed something wrong, and using that authority, I kill you. The second thing he says is, he says that when these kings or even like other people of authority, when they try to shoot down an animal because they think it's dangerous for the entire forest, they do not check if you're even for like normal hunting, which was justified in those days by kings, if the animal is either alarmed or unalarmed, if it is alert or not alert, they do not check it. You can kill it in like any state, even if it is alarmed or not alarmed. That is not something that matters because you have targeted that you are supposed to kill that animal because it has to be killed. So he says that whether you were looking at me, whether you were conscious or not conscious does not matter. And he somewhat extrapolates it to the fact that it's a monkey. So he kills it down like an animal that needs to be killed down because it's causing havoc in the forest. So Rama gives these two reasons. And Vali himself has already made the distinction that we are monkeys, you are a human. So Rama uses those things. So in debating, you see that you have to use the claim, you have to establish the claim of any argument. So now Vali has already given the claims for Rama. He already says that abducting someone's wife is wrong, but he does not he does not consciously think that abducting his younger brother's wife is wrong, and keeping her for so long was wrong, behaving like that with Sugriva was wrong. So he's already raised the claim to Ram that these are things that are regarded wrong in Smriti. And he has also said that we are monkeys and you are humans. So Rama just uses those claims and he weaves a proper argument. So here it is also that Rama is willing to respond to the questions raised. So it is not a very authoritative sort of an environment that we always imagine it to be. God is always ready to clarify genuine doubts we have. So Vali did not ask it out of any malicious intent. He genuinely wanted wanted to know because he thought it was unfair, and Rama was willing to answer. So finally, in this entire list of arguments he gives, Rama says another very important thing. He says one shloka which says, Sukshmaha param udara jayas satam param udara jayas satam dharmaha plavangamaha hridis tat sarva bhutanam atma veda shubha shubham. So he says dharma is something that's very subtle. It is extremely difficult to understand. He says that dharma is something that is installed in the hearts of all living beings. Your soul has the capability to tell what is dharma and what is not dharma if you have evoked yourself consciously enough. So he says that it is a very, very subtle thing. So I think this is very important in the present day context because we have so many things changing. We have social norms changing, traditions changing, times changing. So whatever was regarded wrong in the past is being done now and it has become common now. Whatever is being regarded as right in the past seems like something that people of this generation don't agree to. There is generation gap, there is difference in the way people interact, cultures interact, we're opening up more, we're talking with so many other cultures, so many other things exist. So there is a question as to what is dharma and what is not dharma. So Rama conveys this very subtle aspect here that tells that your soul will be able to distinguish to an extent as to what is dharma and what is not dharma. If you are able to act in a way that is honest to yourself, not lie to yourself, and act in a way that where you comply with your own morals of right and wrong, or more importantly, like do not commit wrong knowingly. Or when your instinct says that you're doing wrong to somebody or you're being malicious, when you restrain those thoughts, then you restrain from committing majority of sin. So it is something that's very subtly conveyed that is suitable even in modern times, even after like two yugas later. So Rama conveys this aspect, and now what happens is that after Rama gives this elaborate justification, Bali agrees. He says, yes, whatever you have done is correct. Then next, Tara comes. So Tara laments a lot over his wife's death, just like how Mandodari laments over Ravana's death so many years later. So Tara says, see, you have been such a righteous, such a nice man, but you faltered in this one place and that has brought you peril. And Tara laments a lot. But then Bali tells that this is what has happened according to Dharma, and Bali is now pacified. Then what he does is, he calls his son Angada. So Angada is Bali's very dear son. So then he tells Rama, keep him as your own son. He tells Sugriva to raise him as his own son, and he tells Rama to keep Angada as close as he has Sugriva. So then Rama, with no other other thoughts in his mind, with no enmity, he agrees. He says, yes, I will nurture Angada, I will take care of him just like how I look at Sugriva. So Rama does not retain any of the enmity, he does not have any other malicious, or he does not carry anything over. So he is someone who is very steadfast in doing his duty, and he is someone who is very pure. So he does not carry anything over, and he says, yes, I will take care of Angada. And then when Tara continues to grieve, Hanuman again goes and consoles Tara. Now he again says something very important. He says, Asmin dehe budbudopame, which means all our bodies are like bubbles. They are like bubbles that burst. So why are you worrying over the body that has perished? It is something that is going to happen to everyone. So stop worrying. So he lets out these words of wisdom. So Hanuman, whenever he speaks, all the words that come out of his mouth are usually words of wisdom. So this is also something that's very elaborately conveyed over in Ramayana. So in Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna openly says the wise grieve neither for the living nor for the dead. So lamenting for the dead is something that the wise do not do. So this has been conveyed by Hanuman in Ramayana itself. So then after all the grieving is over, everyone is consoled, and then they move on to do Pattabhisekam for Sugriva. So then Sugriva itself, just like in Mahabharata, in Bhagavad Gita, how Arjuna says, I cannot. Thank you so much. I cannot fight over my own brothers, and I cannot kill them, and hence I am going to give up fighting. Sugriva for a moment also feels that compassion. He says, I have killed my own elder brother, I have committed great sin, and hence I don't want the kingdom. Then Rama pacifies, just like how Krishna tells Arjuna, no, what you have done is right, this is what you are supposed to do, you can't fight your brothers. Again, Rama tells Sugriva that yes, what you have done is right, it is dharma, and hence you have to become the king. So now, Sugriva-Pattabhisekam happens. So, now Rama is not allowed to enter this any kingdom because he is on exile. So he says Hanuman to take care of this. So we have the 8 Vasus, which include Hanuman, Nala, Nila, and all those other monkey and stuff. So they take all the flowers, garlands. It's a very beautiful scene. So they bring all the palanquin and they do the consecration of Sugriva as the king. And it is decided that Angada becomes the heir prince, that he is the one who will take over the throne later. So Sugriva does not say that my sons are supposed to become the king. He understands that Angada is supposed to become the heir prince. So the consecration of Sugriva is over, and that is where Sugriva-Pattabhisekam ends. So important milestones that we came over was first we had Kabandha's death, which led us to Shabari Moksha. Then Rama meets Hanuman, which is very important. That's when Hanuman was introduced. Then the friendship with Sugriva continues. Then is established and continues. Then after the friendship with Sugriva, Rama accomplishes whatever Sugriva requires. He kills Vali. And now Rama has fulfilled his oath. Now Sugriva is supposed to fulfill his oath back to Rama and helping him find Sita. So for that, Rama already tells, he already foresees things. He says 4 months from now we have Shravana Masa, and that is not a good time to start anything. So we will start building the bridge during Kartika Masa. So they have already clearly laid out the plan. So now they will start looking out for Sita, and Sugriva will support Rama and Lakshmana. So then Kishkindha Kanda continues into how they build the bridge, what are the other kinds of obstacles they come over. And so here we stop with Sugriva-Pattabhisekam. So I think something very important to learn here is like all of them faced times where they were about to give up. Even Sugriva, Rama during many places, Lakshmana, Sugriva, and all of them have suffered a lot of self-doubt every single time. But none of them gave up. Like none of them thought that giving up was an option itself. Today we are like, oh, I'm depressed, I cannot do my duties, etc. So the last thing I'd like to say and end is that Rama was someone who was going through a lot of despair. He was supposed to be in peak depression because everything was not going well for him. Yet when someone came and approached him, when he had to perform Jatai Moksham, when he had to do Shabari Moksham, or when he had to help Sugriva, he never said no. And he said, I killed Vali only for dharma. He didn't even say I wanted to do it because I wanted to get help from Sugriva. So Rama continued to do his duties even when he had sorrow. That sorrow was to that level that it did not affect him from doing his duties. I think it's very important in present day that we do not allow our sorrow to affect us in doing our duties, because doing our duties will eventually repair all the sorrows and will lead to a happy life. Thank you. Dhanyawada.
Oh yes. Okay. Go sit. The stand is not up to go there. Sir, please.
Hold it, man, like this.
Mic. जानकीकान्तस्मरणं
जय जय राम 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 रा सीता राम रा
राम रा सीता राम रा
राम रा नन्नु ब्रोवर
राम రామ రారా నన్ను బ్రోవరారా
రామ 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 సీతా రామ రారా రామ రార నిన్ను చాల రాజులందరూ పిలువచ్చిరి
రామ రారా నిన్ను చార రాజునందురు పిలువ వచ్చిరి
కేశవ మోసగ భద్రాచల దమురవై వెలసిన తండ్రి
కేశముసగ భద్రాచల దాముడవై వెలసిన తండ్రి రామ రారా సీతారామ రారా
మౌనియాగముగా చేసిలను మగువ చేసి జనకునింతగ
మౌని యాగముగా చీచును మనువ చేసి జనకునింట్ల శివను విల్లు విరచి మంత్ర సీతను చేకొన్న స్వామి రామ రారా సీతారామ రారా
తపసి వేషమును ధారించి తండ్రి కొరకు వనమున చేసి
తపసి వేషమును ధరించి తండ్రి కొరకు వనమున గేకి
తపన సుధిని కాచి ఉదతి దాతి రవన్ తపన సుధుని కాచి ఉదతి దాటి రావణుని దృంచిన
తపను సుతుని గాచి దాతి రావణుని దృంచిన రామ రారా సీతారామ రారా
లంక విభీషణుని కోసగి లలన గుడి అయోధ్యలోను
లంక విభీషణుని కొసగి లలన గూడి అయోధ్యలోను
సంగలేక కొన్న దయటో భద్రాచల నివాస
సంగలేక మేలు కొన్న దయతో భద్రాచల నివాస రామ రారా సీతారామ రారా రామ రారా నన్ను బ్రోవరారా రామ 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 సీతారామ రారా జానకీకాంత స్మరణం
జయ జయ రామ రామ
साकेत निलयाय सनकमुनि पूज्याय सरयू नदी तीर विहरणाय राकेन्दुवदनाय रम्यगुणनिलयाय राजाधिराजाय राघवाय जयमङ्गलो नित्य शुभमङ्गलो जानकीकान्तस्मरणं
जय जय राम राम
लंबे